Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Shamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is calling back any harmful energies that we have sent out to people who have wronged us or who have put us in a situation where we weren't treated with respect or dignity, etc. And still at the same time, those people shall receive their divine lessons, and we shall also ask for assistance in helping them heal from the darkness that they're in, from the dark that is ruling their lives. So removing all the darkness from the situations and people that we've been dealing with that are toxic and or unhealed, and sending them as much light as we can, and also healing and processing everything from our end. So I am currently in this one-night accommodation to give the people in my building the opportunity to have an overnight party. And the place that they booked me, those of you who saw my last post know that it's in a basement, and they flat out lied to me, and were trying to gaslight me and then blame shifting and all that kind of stuff, right? Basically, in Canada, something is called a basement apartment, even if the windows are above ground, but they're basically just at floor level or ground level, right? But then half of the apartment is below that, right? So in some countries that might be called, like in French, souterrain, and that's often used in Germany too, right? If it's kind of like a half basement, so you go down basically half a floor, but not an entire floor. But anyhow, a lot of times they're the same issues with like dampness because it's underground and so on, right? Anyhow, to make a long story short, I found my asthma trigger. It was all these toxic chemical air fresheners that some people like to use. They were everywhere, well, in 3 places in the apartment. And it's really a 1-bedroom apartment, which in North America means there's 1 living room and 1 bedroom, right? So to make a long story short, I eliminated the triggers. However, there is a pickup truck sitting and idling right next to the 3 windows that face the little back parking lot there, the private one. So that's the bedroom window right next to the exhaust pipe, then the middle of that pickup truck next to the bathroom window, and the front of the pickup truck next to the kitchen window. So 3 of the 4 windows are where the truck is, and only the living room faces the side. So for about an hour and a half, I think they were idling. And at first I thought maybe, they were either dropping off or picking up someone who lives in the building. And also, I didn't want to jump to anything and get swept up in that negative loop that a lot of times when we've had enough bad experiences in the past, we tend to jump to, right? So I was like, okay, let me wait for the dinner that the party hosts from my building graciously ordered me. And that didn't show up for a long time. Eventually it did. And I ate it. And after I was done, I finally thought, okay, let me go out there and ask them if they're the hosts of this apartment, because that's what I suspect, because it's completely ridiculous, the rules for this place. For a lost key box, so they have like a little lock box for the key. For the lost lock box, $100 fine. Lost key, $50 fine. Unauthorized parties, $500. And clogging the toilet, $150. I mean, this is so completely ridiculous. And the pictures and images that they had also showed toilet paper, so you're not allowed to throw anything into the toilet. So like I texted back one of the people that organized all of this for me saying, are you serious? Like no toilet paper in the toilet? What do they want me to like throw the toilet paper into the waste basket after I do a number 2? Like that's ridiculous, right? And then they got back to me saying, no, toilet paper's okay, just nothing else. No, paper towels or anything else that might not flush down that easily. Anyhow, again, to make a long story short, the rules are ridiculous. And I was thinking, okay, so they have all these rules about no visitors, no guests, no parties, no unauthorized parties. And there's a truck parked next to those windows, and they've been there. Now at this point, I think it's been 3 hours, right? And clearly they're not going anywhere. So I'm certain it's them. But anyway, so I went out there about an hour ago, I guess, and asked them if they were the host of this apartment, and they said no. Clearly they denied it. Not surprisingly. And they said, why? Do you need help with anything? And I said, no, it's okay. I was just wondering if you're going to be there all night and idling. I have asthma and I don't want to inhale car fumes all night long. And they said, oh, sorry. And then, he shut it off. And I said, well, you don't have to like right away. I'm not going to bed yet. I was trying to be gracious about it, right? Then a little while, like when I was back inside, I noticed it was turned off, right? So I was like, great. But now, since then, every so often they idle for a while, then they turn it off for a while, and they idle again for a while. They turn it off for a while, idle again. So I'm still going to sleep in the living room because I want fresh air when I sleep. And also, it just feels very invasive because I feel like they're actually watching the apartment. And since I don't have a bathtub in my place, I actually treated myself to a bath here, salt bath. So I didn't have any like bubble bath or anything with me. And this place has basically nothing. They do have shampoo, conditioner, and soap, but it's also scented that I wouldn't use it anyway. So anyhow, I had a lovely bath. But at the same time, I was so hyper aware of them being just on the other side of that window. And I just feel like my privacy is somewhat invaded, right, with them being there. But it is a free world. And I mean, just as I could have called the cops with a noise complaint about the party in my building, I could call the cops because idling is against the law here. And I think the fine is maybe $200-300. But that would also cause a lot of bad blood. And I've had enough negativity today to last me for a while. So I'm going to try to let it go. But anyhow, so here we are with an improvised little mini ceremony. Unfortunately, this is not a real plant, but I don't even want to go out there to collect soil. So this will have to be the symbol of earth. Air, simply an empty cup. Here I have water in it, and I did get this at the dollar store earlier, which is actually really wonderful because yellow is the solar plexus where we need to strengthen our self-empowered energies, right? Our energy center. And I haven't lit it yet because I wanted to show you the little flower that's in there, right? So our power shall be blossoming, it shall be blooming, it shall come to full bloom with me lighting this candle. So I actually waited because this doubles as the ceremony candle as well as the element candle here today. And I have like painkillers in my car. Excuse how dirty it is. It's been in my car for a long time, but that's going to be my improvised rattle. And of course I do have a lighter. So It's going to be very simple. I don't actually have any smudge stuff here with me. Plus, I also don't want any lingering smoke in this place, because that's another thing. There might be a fine for smoking because it's at non-smoking. Anyway, so basically, in this entire situation, on the one hand, dealing with people earlier that were blame shifting and all that stuff, and now the current situation with the hosts at that location, dealing with, again, people denying who they are. I'm certain it's them because they're still there. And also just extremely uptight and controlling, right? So this need to control the surrounding and other people to such an extreme, yeah, comes from an extremely unhealed place, right? So anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna light the candle, and then I'm just gonna basically smudge with that, just like I normally do with the fire ceremonies. And since you're probably all at home watching, you can properly smudge, and when I get back home, I'll do the same. But in the meantime, I do have some essential oils here, but I also don't want to like spray them here and then maybe there are like stains or something, right? So, whoops, not enough yet. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. So, please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies. Oh, actually, that looks really great. And take away anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed, and transmute it into pure divine essence, and return it to the universe for reintegration, and help us fully and completely step into our own divine powers and see the divinity in everything and everyone around us, and through that help us be in oneness with all of creation. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. All right, dear divine higher power of the universe, our higher selves, our higher spirit team of the light, including our ancestors that are in the light, the 4 directions and the 4 elements, please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. All right. So let us take a moment to be grateful for all the good things and all the blessings that we've had today. I've actually been very lucky to have received a dinner that was delivered to me here at this accommodation that was really, really wonderful. And I'm very grateful for that. And I am grateful that I'm able to spend a night of peace and quiet somewhere else rather than being above a party where my place shakes and my pillow vibrates and the bass is just, and the sound and everything is like so loud that I wouldn't have been able to sleep. So I'm very, very grateful for the peace and rest that I will be able to get here, or most likely I will be able to get here. I'm assuming it'll be okay, despite the new surrounding, right? And I'm also very grateful that other than that, I've had a pretty normal, uneventful day at work. Everything was going smoothly, nothing out of the extraordinary, nothing out of the ordinary, I mean, sorry. And yeah, I'm just grateful to have been able to process the stuff earlier, even though the energies lingered with me for a while, but to relatively quickly get back into a good energetic state, a good mindset again, and to see the progress of how each time I recover faster and faster from those down dips, I'm going to call them, right? When your energy dips down, your mood dips down, you end up sort of in a down spiraling thought pattern based on past experiences, right? So yeah, I'm very grateful that I was able to shift out of that faster than I would have been a while ago. So thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, I ask that any and all dark, evil, and low vibrational wishes and energies that we may have sent those people, or that we have sent those people, anything that applies, shall be called back to us, cleansed, cleared, renewed, and transmuted back into divine essence. And let all those people receive love and light along with their karma, along with divine justice. Help them on their own healing journey. Help them with their spiritual awakening, their tower moment. Show them how they have not acted in a good, positive, divinely way, but where they came from a place of darkness, mistrust, fear, and yeah, just darkness. Show them in a way that gives them the hope to heal, that gives them the ability to see in which way to move forward and what actions to no longer do in the future and what to do instead. And help us heal from all the trauma that we have absorbed since being a fetus in our mother's womb. And I also recently saw a video where they talked about how especially the last trimester and the first 7 years of our lives as children were shaping us the strongest in our worldview, and that created the programming that we have within us that we're currently in the process of healing from, right? So help us heal from all those things within us, from all the wounding based on control, lies, manipulation, denying, blame shifting, gaslighting, and any and all other narcissistic, psychopathic, and or sociopathic behaviors that we grew up with, any and all toxic behaviors, emotions, thought forms, and anything else that shaped us, that attracted all these people and situations into our lives. Let us be healed from those. Let all of that be burnt away. And let the flame be held up to our third eye to burn away all that darkness that has infiltrated our spiritual perception as well as our thinking. You can also, like, if you want to do it, you can move it in front of your forehead, but also like center it in front of your third eye. That's something I was guided to do when my third eye was under attack a lot. So let all those dark, toxic, invasive dark, unhealed energies be burnt away. Let us be cleansed, cleared, and purified with the pure divine light, with pure divine essence. And let all the darkness be released from us. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Let all of us and the people that we've been dealing with be flooded with pure divine essence, with pure divine love and light. And let all that darkness be melted away and transmuted into pure divine essence. And us. Woo. Oh, yeah. All right. Whew. That's it for tonight. Let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let the ceremony now be finished. Please open the circle of protection around us and let the ceremony now be finished. But let us be strongly and safely shielded and protected at all times with the divine seal of protection, and let our energy shield be fully and completely sealed, and any and all holes, cracks, and tears in our energy field also be repaired and sealed. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, for being a part of the ceremony, and for being on your own healing and ascension journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel further, there's a PayPal link down below. Also, the next virtual shamanic healing ceremony with candles to represent the fire will be to heal the wounded masculine. So it is meant for men and those who identify as male. And it will take place on Sunday, April 26th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And starting in May, it will be for anyone, right? It's just this was following the healing of the wounded feminine, and it was a viewer's request, so I wanted to make sure I honor that. And I also feel very grateful and thankful that you entrust me with this topic and guiding your healing for the wounded male, for the wounded masculine, So yeah, I am really, really looking forward to it, and hopefully I'll see many of you there, and if not, then in one of the next videos. Until then, I'm sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Bye for now.